Hi, friends. Good afternoon. I can see a lot of you have already joined us. Thank you so much for being on time. We will be starting at 3 p.m. sharp, so in another 3 minutes. Please bear with us till then. Thank you. Hi, friends. Good afternoon. We'll be starting shortly in another 3 minutes. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions for Switzerland tourism, please feel free to ask the questions in the chat tab. You can ask any questions in the chat tab, and we will take up questions in the second half of this webinar. In the meanwhile, thank you for joining us in time, and we will be starting shortly. Thank you. Hi, friends. Good afternoon. We'll be starting shortly at 3 p.m. sharp, so in another minute. Please bear with us till then. If you have any questions, please ask those in the chat tab. Thank you. Hi, friends. Good afternoon. It's sharp 3 p.m. and we are ready to start. Firstly, thank you all for joining us today. It's a lovely day to discuss Switzerland, and I'm sure you are as excited about this as I am. Before starting, I would want to let you know that we have made some documents available for you to download. They are available on the files section on your screens. There will be a pop up on your screen that says files. You can download the documents from Switzerland Tourism on that file section. Next, this afternoon is going to be extremely exciting where we talk about Switzerland. There will be, you can ask your questions in the chat tab on your screen. There will be polls, there will be videos, and we hope that you make the most of the next 1 hour. Most importantly, there's also a quiz at the end of this webinar, and one of you stands a chance to win a trip to Switzerland on that quiz. So I'm giving you a heads up already. Please pay attention to the presentation over the next few minutes, and you will stand a chance to win a trip to Switzerland. So it doesn't get any more exciting than that you get to learn about Switzerland and then you get to visit the destination. In case there's a problem that you can't hear us or you can't see us, there is a reload button on the top of your screens. All you need to do is press that reconnect or reload button, and you should then be able to hear us and see us. This webinar is extremely friendly, and we would love for you to ask all your questions. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions in the chat tab. I'm now not going to stand in the way of you and Switzerland and introduce you to Mr. Amir Kamath, the Business Development Manager Leisure for Switzerland Tourism. Hi, Amir. Thank you for being with us, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Devika. Hi, guys. So good to have everybody present at our first of our webinars for 2022. I see a lot of familiar names in the attendee section as well as a lot of new ones. So great to meet everybody. With travel now being possible without any hitches, It is an exciting time to bring you a lot of new information and updates from Switzerland. And as Devika mentioned, tune into all our webinars. We have a quiz at the end of all the webinars. Those that finish all the quizzes, score the highest, stands a chance to win a spot on our fam trip to Switzerland in 2023. And of course, we have a lot of interesting promotional material for you to download in the file section as well. Our Switzerland sales manual, our brand new initiative, is available for download on that. There as well as promotional material from our presenters today. So we're doing kickstarting our series today with one of the most popular holiday destinations in Switzerland, that is Interlaken. And we have a really interesting lineup for you. Your presenters, of course, me, Ameya Kamath. I look after business development for leisure travel. And today I have with me Kevin Dessauer from Interlaken Tourism, who handles our market. The next person, Mr. Sony Abraham, usually does not ever need an introduction. Is the point of contact for one of the most exciting excursions in Switzerland, Jungfrau, York, top of Europe, so from Jungfrau Railways. And we have Reto Conrad, the sales and marketing manager from the Lindner Grand Boulevard, a very exciting five-star hotel right at the heart of Interlaken. With that being said, a few points that I want to put forth before we move to the presentation. Switzerland is open for tourism. Everybody knows that you can travel hassle free to Switzerland, and now it has everything that you would want in a holiday destination. So everybody needs Switzerland, and if you have clients who are looking forward to travel, please don't hesitate to book them their dream Switzerland journey. With regards to travel conditions, yes. From the 2nd of May 2022, Switzerland lifted all travel restrictions. So all rules to Switzerland are exactly what they were pre-COVID. So there's no requirement for a COVID certificate. There's no requirement for vaccination per se. You can travel there hassle-free without and enjoy your holiday. We have all that information available on our website, myswitzerland.com. So if you want to know a little bit more, you can log on. You can log on to our website. Just always check with the airlines for the rules and regulations in place for Indian travelers, if there are any, so that you can of course update your clients. And of course, to come back to India, please do read the Government of India regulations on what Indians need to follow when they have to come back. I know you guys are very well aware about the current situation with the visas. So just a quick update. As of now, there is a challenge getting appointments, but the appointments available are as per the slots being made available by VFS. Due to the current capacity constraints at the embassy, as well as a lot of other challenges in place. It is taking 10 to 15 working days to process the visa application from the time the documents reach the visa section. Yes, we do understand it is a cause of contention amongst the travel trade due to the lack of appointments being made available. But we have been in touch with the highest level of people who are involved in this, and we are working to ensure that 2023 would be the season that everything is smoothened out for. So that is the goal for the visa section. But as soon as we have any new updates, we will be putting the same forward and communicating it to the trade, as well as updating it on our LinkedIn page and and newsletters, etc. You have any queries per se for visas, you can always either reach out to VFS Global or the Embassy of Switzerland visa section. Now, with that being said, I'm going to hand over the presentation to my colleague Kevin, who's going to update you about Interlaken and all the fun activities that you can do there.
Thank you, Ameya, and welcome to Interlaken, and good afternoon to India. It's a pleasure being here, and also a pleasure to show you some highlights as a quick refresh, maybe from Interlaken, but also some exciting news we have coming this winter. Yes, I'm your Interlaken contact. So whenever you have any needs, any requests, you can always get in touch with me. You will also get access to our trade corner, where you can find all our most valuable information about the holiday region Interlaken. Yeah, but why Interlaken? As some of you know, Interlaken has a unique nature. Interlaken is Switzerland in one place, so you do not have to go to other places like Lucerne or Geneva. You can experience all of Switzerland in Interlaken. There's also a huge choice of excursions within short distances, which is quite unique as well for a place in Switzerland. And we are the destination #1 in Europe for adventure sports, which means there's no other place in Europe where you can find so many experiences in adventure sports, such as paragliding, such as river rafting, bungee jumping, skydiving. There's literally everything we can offer you. Also, Interlaken has a lot of nice boutiques, shops, and also long opening hours, which is great. And we do have a long experience and friendship with India and of course Indian guests. On the picture you can see it. We have a statue of Yash Chopra. There have been a lot of Bollywood films that have been made in Interlaken, which is why we have a long experience and friendship with India. But please, it's better to see it. We do have a short video, and I ask Devika to play it right now and see it yourself. Thank you, Devika. Now, all roads lead to Interlaken. You know where Interlaken is. Just as a short refresher, we are around 2.5 hours from Zurich Airport, around 3 hours from Geneva Airport, or then also 4 hours from Milano Malpensa Airport. We do have a lot of international rail connections, direct trains from Basel, and also to railway stations. And of course, you can also reach Interlaken by car on a well-expanded road network and connections from all major cities in Switzerland and of course Europe. Yes, let's head into the Interlaken holiday region. You can see Interlaken in the middle, the two lakes, Lake Brienz on the left, Lake Thun on the right, and in the back, the famous mountains, Eigermönch and Jungfrau, where in between the Jungfraujoch, top of Europe, the most exciting excursion in our area lies. Yes, also Swiss Travel Pass is a very good option to explore the holiday region Interlaken with unlimited travel by train, bus, and boat. You also get a lot of free admissions to museums in our area, and of course, up to 50% discount on mountain excursions in our area, such as Jungfraujoch, Harterkulm, Schinnige Platte, Schilthorn, and so on. Interlaken also is the perfect combination with Lucerne. So if your guests would like to combine Interlaken with Lucerne, you can easily travel between Interlaken and Lucerne on the Lucerne-Interlaken Express, which is a direct connection on the Golden Pass line between Interlaken and Lucerne. Yes, Interlaken has a huge choice of excursions. This all in summer and winter, such as the Jungfraujoch, top of Europe, where Sonny will tell you even more about. We do have the Schilthorn, which is the James Bond mountain, but we do have a lot of other different mountain excursions, such as Schinnige Platte, which is a very traditional train going up from Wilderswil next to Interlaken, or Hardekolm, which is just 10 minutes by cogwheel train from Interlaken to have one of the best views of the area. We also do have boat cruises on both lakes. In Lake Thun, we do have daily cruises all year round, so also in winter. And in Lake Brienz, we do have cruises from spring to autumn, because in winter, the water level is too low at the moment. But of course, they're working on it. They're trying to make it possible that also in winter, your guests can take a short cruise around Lake Brienz. Then we do have Thun, which is our boutique town. On the left, you can see the Thun Castle, which can be visited, of course. And then below, you can see the very nice old town. And in the back of the picture, the Lake Thun and the whole mountain range. So Thun is always a very nice place to go to. And of course, sometimes it can be a bit difficult to find room accommodation for your guests in Interlaken, especially during high season. Thun is a very nice place to stay as well. So there's also some hotels which your guests would like for sure. All along Lake Thun, we do have a total of 5 historic castles. So you have seen the one in Thun. Now this is also in Thun, directly at the lake. And the special thing is that in this is the Schadau Castle. You can even sleep. So they have a small amount of room, which is directly at the lake. And of course, it's also a very nice place to have some festivals like weddings and so on. Then Interlaken, of course, as I mentioned, Switzerland in one place, and also the adventure capital of Europe, where you can go paragliding, which is the most popular adventure sport in our area, where you can really enjoy the flight over Interlaken and enjoy the view. Then we also have kayaking. The special thing about it is that you can go kayaking even in winter, and I can definitely recommend this to you. It's a very special thing to do in winter, also for your guests, and everyone can do it. Like there's even children that can do it, and you will always stay warm with this yellow dry suit you get from the kayak base. Then, of course, in Interlaken, you can also do a lot of breathtaking sightseeing flights with helicopters, with planes, if that is requested from your clients. Another highlight is the Funky Chocolate Club, where your guests can make your own chocolate in a 1-hour workshop. And then, of course, as you can see, as the child, you can also try them. And of course, the chocolates you are making, you can take them home as a souvenir and maybe give them to your family afterwards. Then, as mentioned before, we do have a lot of summer adventures, like the jet boat you can see, which is very popular. But we also have the adventure park, which is a ropes park next to Interlaken. We do have family rafting, which is a very nice river rafting, but especially for families, which is less adventurous. And of course, many more. So I could talk to you for hours, but the time is not enough today. But of course, I can send you more details on that. Then on Lake Brienz, on the other side of Interlaken, we do have a very nice hidden gem. This is the traditional Grand Hotel Giesbach. You can see next to the Giesbach waterfall. It can only be reached by boat or then by car, which is very nice, and it's directly in the nature. You can do some short hikes, you can stay there in the 4-star hotel, or just go there for a day trip combined with a boat cruise, for example, to explore the area around the Giesbach waterfalls. Then at the end of Lake Brienz, we do have Brienz, which is our typically Swiss village. It really looks like that. So this is no Photoshop. You have all these nice wooden houses with a lot of flowers. So it's definitely a place you and your guests should visit on their stay. But of course, Interlaken, despite the adventures, we do also have a lot of traditions like the Ballenberg Swiss Open Air Museum, which you can see on the picture there. Your guests can experience how Switzerland was hundreds of years ago. And of course, there's a lot of animals. It's especially nice for families, and it's included in the Swiss Pass. So your guests, if they have a Swiss travel pass, they can go to the Ballenberg Swiss Open Air Museum for free. But we also have an Alphorn maker. You can experience cheese making. So there's literally all that Switzerland has to offer in our area. And of course, also hotels in all categories. We do have hostels. We do have five-star hotels like the Lindner Grand Hotel Borivage, where Reto will talk about later. And even one of the oldest hotels of Switzerland, the Hotel Interlaken, which is right in the center of Interlaken. But of course, there's also a lot of hotels along the lakes, which might be good for your guests as well, especially in high season, because it's quite difficult to find availability in center Interlaken during high season. So that could be an option for you and your guests as well. But now let's head on to some news. One of the biggest news which we have is the Eiger Express on the way to Jungfraujoch, top of Europe. I'm sure Sonny will tell you much more about it. Just quickly, the new Eiger Express shortens the travel time to Jungfraujoch by 47 minutes from Interlaken, which is amazing. So your guests don't need as much time as before to go to Jungfraujoch, and but for the rest of the Eiger Express, for all the highlights that Eiger Express has to offer more, I will leave the answer to Sony for later, so I don't take this part for him. Then one of the bigger news we have as well, and we're very excited for that, is the direct connection to Zurich Airport. We will finally have again from December 2022. We will finally have direct trains to Zurich main station, but also to Zurich Airport, which is great if your guests arrive in Zurich. So no change needed anymore from December between Interlaken and Zurich. And talking about trains, there is another big news on the Golden Pass line. Finally, we will have direct trains between Interlaken and Montreux. So also from December 2022, your guests do not have to change twice as it was right now to travel in between Interlaken and Montreux, which is great. And you can see it on the picture. It's a completely new train. They even have a prestige class which can be booked. And also, what is quite good to know, the train can also be booked completely. So if you have a special anniversary or something, if you have a bigger group, you can actually book the whole train exclusively. So this is also something which is new on that line, and as of now, it will be one connection a day for 2023. But of course, they're then developing the time. So if they get enough trains by end of the year, they will for sure develop the timings between Interlaken and Montreux. And we also have a new experience world. This is the Traufer Experience World next to Brienz. Traufer is known for its wooden cows. Probably you've seen some of them already, typically Swiss souvenir, which you can buy. And of course, in the Traufer Experience World, you and your guests can experience how they are made, because they're actually all handmade there. And they also have a nice small hotel which has 31 rooms, which especially is also nice for families because they're really all in wood and made with these souvenir cows. So it's a very nice experience next to Brienz. And last but not least, we do have raclette rafting, which is a new offer. You can enjoy a raclette, a typically Swiss cheese raclette, on a rafting boat from October until April, which is a very nice experience. Up to 8 people can get on one boat. There's also a guide with you, so you don't have to paddle yourselves. You can only enjoy the food, the drinks, and then float into Interlaken where the trip ends. And with that being said, I thank you for your attendance, and hopefully see you and your guests seen soon in Interlaken. And whenever you have any questions, please get in touch with me. And now I'm very happy to hand over to Sonny, which will inform you about the highlights and news of Jungfrau Railways. Thank you. But before we have a quick poll question, which we would like you to answer. So, which of the new updates are you and your clients most excited about? Is it the direct trains between Zurich Airport and Interlaken? Is it the direct trains between Montreux and Interlaken? Is it the new Eiger Express, the Traufer Experience World, or maybe even all of the above?
Friends, the poll question is live on your screens. We would love to hear your feedback. Please take a minute and do respond to this poll question. I know Kevin has joined us all the way from Interlaken, and I'm sure he's waiting to hear what the Indian audience is most excited about. So, friends, it's you and your clients that you represent today, and we would love to hear from you. So, Kevin, my highest percentage is 69%, 70%. And do you want to guess what that is?
What is it?
It's all the above. We are excited about all your new development and updates.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear.
Followed by 15% that says direct trains between Zurich Airport and Interlaken. And the rest are all in single digits. So that is just what the audience is most excited about. So I think it's overall they're excited about everything new that you have to offer.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your answers. And now I'm very happy to hand over to Sonny from Jungfrau Railways.
Thank you, Kevin. Good afternoon, friends from the trade. Welcome back again for a new webinar. And you know what? Today is actually triple whammy for all of you. The best holiday destination in Switzerland, Interlaken is there for you. The best mountain excursion in Switzerland, Jungfrau, top of Europe, is there for you. And the favorite hotel where I go and stay in Interlaken, the Lindner Burivage, is also there for you. So all of you really have a triple whammy on the products that we are presenting today. Jungfrau, top of Europe, well known, well sold in India. Thank you for all the efforts that you have been taking the last so many years, and especially this year after the COVID, we really have had good numbers of people from India visiting the Jungfrau. We would have been happy with much more, but I understand the challenges that we have in front of us. Kevin did mention about a few things to you, but then let me update more and give you more information about what is possible up at the top. The top of Europe, as you know, is the highest rail station in Europe at a height of 3,454 meters. And it's a place that gives you snow throughout the year. I am Sony Abraham, available here in India, in Mumbai, and you can always contact me for any of your group FIT or MICE requirements. Okay, let me get on to our poll question straight away. How do you sell the Jungfrau top of Europe excursion to your clients in terms of the route or the journey? Is it both ways by train? I'm talking about 2022. Do you sell the Jungfrau excursion both ways by train, both ways via the brand new Eiger Express tri-cable gondola, one way by train and one way via the Eiger Express? Or I don't sell Jungfrau top of Europe. Please participate in the poll.
Friends, the poll is live on your screens. Please do take a second and click on the poll. Writing your answers on the chat tab will not help. You need to go. There is a poll button on your screens. Please click on that and respond to this poll. Sony, I have some very, very interesting results for you. 61% of our audience says one way by train and one way by the Eiger Express, followed by 24% said both ways by train. The remaining said both ways via the brand new Eiger Express, and 0% said I don't sell Jungfrau. So there's no one in our audience today who doesn't sell Jungfrau.
You know, Devika, I'm happy with the fourth poll answer. 0%. That is what interests me the maximum.
I have a 0% over there. Back to you.
Thank you so much, friends. Thank you so much. I'm sure you have your reasons for giving the other three options. And as we explain further, you may change your options down the line. Sorry. Top up, always a train journey excursion till 5th of December 2020. It used to take about 2 hours, 12 minutes from Interlaken all the way up to go up to the top of Europe, one way. And it was a complete full-day excursion. However, come December 2020, we introduced the new Eiger Express, which means on a journey from Grindelwald Terminal, where the Eiger Express starts, you can travel by the new cable car for about 15 minutes, after which you change over and you take onto a train and carry on in the red cogwheel train to the top of Europe. So what's really interesting is, on one journey, you get an experience of the cable car as well as the red cogwheel train. And the second most important thing is that what used to take 1.5 hours from Grindelwald now takes just 45 minutes to reach the top. So that's the big value addition that we have done to the entire excursion. We have cut down the travel time, at the same time giving you an experience of a cable car as well as a mountain train journey when you go up to the top. This is the new terminal that you see. It looks more like a mini airport. And that's the reason why we call this as a terminal. The Grindelwald Terminal, a place where you start the journey on the cable car, but apart from the journey, you also can do shopping, you can visit the bistro. There is also a co-op shopping center that we have. There are a lot of chocolate shops as well as many other attractions in the terminal itself. And the terminal is so big and spacious that you will never feel crowded on a base destination of a mountain journey. It's really a posh terminal, something to be experienced. And I generally say that the excursion to Jungfrau now doesn't start at the top. The excursion and the sightseeing to Jungfrau starts right at Grindelwald Terminal. This is the cable car that we have. We want everybody to sit comfortably and travel in the cable car. There are 26 seats in each cabin. There are 44 cable cars on the network. And every 90 seconds, there is a cable car moving. So the journey is fast. The journey is comfortable. There is no queuing at Grindelwald Terminal. There is no standing inside the cable car. There is no crowding inside the cable car. It's really like a VIP journey that we offer to our clients. What's more interesting, the seats that you see are heated during winter times or during a cold weather day. So the journey becomes even more comfortable. Even the huge panoramic windows are heated so people can have a wonderful view of the region around them. And there is also Wi-Fi inside the cable car. You want to do a live Insta reel, you want to post on your Facebook, everything can be done sitting in the cable car as you journey for about 15 minutes. This is the other view that we have on the cable car. And with the introduction of the cable car, every half an hour, we can transport 600 people to the top of Europe every day, which means we have an upper limit capacity usually of about 5,000 people, which can be comfortably done during the day going up to the Jungfraujoch. This is how the journey segment looks like. From the terminal, the red line indicates the movement of the Eiger Express. You travel for 15 minutes on the Eiger Express going to Eiger Glacier Station. There you change from the Eiger Express onto the red cogwheel Jungfrau Railways train, and that takes you another 26 minutes to reach Jungfraujoch, top of Europe. So 41 minutes journey time, about 4 to 5 or maybe maximum 10 minutes to do a changeover, and then you have a destination which is really exciting up at the top. You have many attractions to experience on the top of Europe. You can do the Alpine Sensation Tour, which is a tunnel trip tour that shows you how the entire excursion was built now about 110 years back. You have the Ice Palace, which is always exciting, pretty long, takes about 15 minutes to cover the entire Ice Palace with beautiful sculptures carved out of ice. We also have the Snow Fun Park, which operates from May till end of October. The activities in the Snow Fun Park, you pay extra. All the other attractions are included in your ticket cost, including a Lindt Chocolate Heaven show, where on an automated system, we show you how chocolates are made. You go right up to the Sphinx Terrace, from where you have a fantastic view of the entire mountain region. It's really the highest viewpoint that we have in our region. And of course, you can get on to also the plateau, wherein you can enjoy snow, have fun in the snow, and a marvelous day experience up at the top. I earlier used to say that it's a full day excursion, but then with the introduction of the Eiger Express, it's more or less just about a half day excursion. But still, if clients want to enjoy Indian food, the Bollywood restaurant is open from April till October end. And after that, if there are groups, we can on pre-reservation still provide you the Indian buffet lunch throughout the year. Apart from the Indian restaurant, there are 4 other restaurants altogether catering to about 700 guests at one time. We also have shopping opportunities, not just at Jungfraujoch. We also have the same top of Europe shop at the Grindelwald terminal, as well as at Interlaken Ost. So if clients want to do good souvenir shopping, the top of Europe shops provides a lot of opportunity and some discounts for the clients to enjoy. I will show you a video of all that I said just now, because I believe seeing is believing. Devika. Before I move on to my next excursion, let me just quickly give you some more information about Jungfraujoch based on the questions that I've seen. Now, with the introduction of the Eiger Express, you have three possibilities to travel to Jungfrau. One is from Interlaken Ost, you take a train, you get down at Grindelwald Terminal. From the terminal, you take the Eiger Express, go to Eiger Glacier, and then take the train to go up to the Jungfraujoch. If you go up this route, you can come back the same route using the Eiger Express. The second possibility is use the same route to go up using the Eiger Express, but then on the return journey, you come all the way down using the train. So this is one possibility. Or the last possibility is to go all the way up by train and come down by train like in the olden days. So there are three ways to travel to Jungfrau. There are marginal cost differences between the three options, but then if you generally travel with the Swiss pass, then all the three options are possible along with the Swiss pass when you buy the Jungfraujoch ticket. So that makes it very convenient as far as the excursion goes. On the second question, we require about 15 people to be booked for the Bollywood lunch during off-season for people to enjoy the buffet lunch. And can you hear me properly? Can someone voice out?
Sony, we can hear you properly.
Can you hear you, Sony?
Yeah.
Thank you. And on the third question about the video, I will post it in the chat a little later after my presentation. I will send you the link for the video. If there are more questions, I'll answer it later on. Now let me get on to the next excursion. And what is interesting is that not just Jungfraujoch, but then be it Grindelwald Fürst or Haderkum, they all are getting popular among the Indian traffic when they visit the Jungfrau region or stay in Interlaken. Grindelwald Fürst is top of adventure. The name itself shows that this is the place where you want to go up to a mountain and enjoy some adventure. It's open until the 21st of October this year. Then it is closed for maintenance till the 10th of December. On the 11th of December, it opens and it will operate continuously again till the 20th of October 2023. This excursion starts in Grindelwald. You take a 6-seater gondola, travel for about 30 minutes, and you reach the Fürst mountain. And what do you do up at the mountain? Surely you get a fantastic view from there. You can also do a cliff walk around the mountain that leads onto the restaurant at the top of the mountain. And if that's not enough, then as you go up on the cable car, when you come down, you surely have an option to come down the cable car, but then you also have options to do multiple adventure activities, like a first flyer, a zip liner, you do and come down one section, or you can also do a glider that makes you fly like an eagle, or you can do a mountain cart ride and come down the slope, or a totty bike and come down. We have a nice adventure package which gives you an option to buy all the 4 activities or individual activities. The adventure package is well drafted in that sense. A real good option to add on along with Jungfraujoch. It takes about half a day. I don't recommend to do the same on the day of Jungfrau. It would be good to do it on the second day or on the previous day, not to connect it with the day of Jungfrau. The third excursion that is possible with us is top of Interlaken. Haderkum, which is open from 14th of April till the end of November this year. It opens again next year on the 7th of April and will operate till the 26th of November. This is a very short, sweet excursion right in Interlaken. On this funicular, it takes you just 8 minutes to reach the top of Haderkum from Interlaken. And the funicular operates from 8:30 in the morning till 9:40 in the evening. And that is a new change that we did a change that we did about 6 to 7 years back, after which this excursion has really become very popular. Year on year, we are increasing the numbers to Hadakum by about 300%. And the reason that is because people can go up to the top, not just during the day, but also in the evening and enjoy the ride, enjoy the view, enjoy the mountain view from there, the ambience, the sunset, but also have a nice dinner, be it a local Swiss dinner or an Indian dinner. All that is possible up at the top. Next year, this year we didn't have it due to COVID, but next year we may also have a Swiss folklore show like it was done in the past, and that would also be an added advantage to go up to the Hadakum. There are many people who finish the day excursion or who arrive into Interlaken in the afternoon, and in the evening they take a trip to the Hadakum to enjoy the view and the nice dinner. There are multiple dinner options. If your clients are interested, I can always send me an email and I can always send you the dinner options that are available up at Hadakum. Jungfraujoch, top of Europe, Grindelwald first, top of adventure, Hadakum, top of Interlaken. 3 exciting, must-see, popular excursion in the Jungfrau region. For you to see it, for your clients to come and enjoy it. Thank you and stay safe. So as I told you, it's triple whammy today. We finished with Interlaken, we finished with Jungfrau, top of Europe, and now you have one of the beautiful, exciting place to stay in Interlaken. And Reto Conrad will tell you more about it. Over to you, Reto.
Hi, Reto, you might be muted. We can't hear you. Can you please unmute yourself? Reto, we can't hear you. Can you refresh the browser? Friends, I think Reto's having some internet connectivity problems. Till we fix that, I'm just going to show you a quick video on Linda.
Excellent service, exquisite cuisine and stylish rooms. Just some of what awaits you at the Lindner Grand Hotel Beau Rivage in Interlaken. With its unique location on the River Aare, surrounded by the grandeur of the Swiss mountains, the Grand Hotel never fails to impress its discerning international guests. Interlaken is situated at the heart of the Bernese Oberland, surrounded by the imposing Swiss mountains, the Eiger, Munch and Jungfrau. Next to the must-seen Jungfraujoch, top of Europe, and the Schildhorn, there's also many other local excursions like Haderkulm, Brienz Rothornbahn, as well as days out on the lakes of Thun and Brienz. In Europe, Interlaken is also known as the capital of adventure, as you can do, for example, paragliding, jet boat and river rafting. For those who travel in the winter, there's several skiing areas, sledging, ice skating and many other winter sports. The Grand Hotel is one of Interlaken's finest hotels. Central, quiet and romantically located in a fabulously beautiful park right on the Aare riverbanks. As you enter the hotel, you can immediately feel its grandeur, steeped in tradition. Culinary highlights are on offer at the elegant restaurant L'Ambiance. There's also a large adjoining terrace with beautiful views over the river, providing an idyllic spot to eat and relax in the summer months. In the winter, our La Bonne Fourchette restaurant is a cosy retreat. Its open fire, excellent wine selection and stylish furnishings make it an ideal setting for both intimate dining and social occasions. The Le Vieux Rivage Bar, with its sunny garden terrace, has an extensive cocktail menu and offers light international and regional dishes and snacks. There are 9 meeting and conference rooms, which can accommodate up to 350 people and are available for seminars and workshops. The jewel in the hotel's crown is the traditionally styled La Belle Époque Hall, an ideal venue for gala dinners, memorable weddings or glittering balls for up to 180 guests. The hotel has 101 rooms, including 4 large elegant suites and 9 junior suites, some boasting a balcony with spectacular views. And not forgetting Lindner Wellness. Enjoy a little luxury in the panoramic spa, which boasts an indoor swimming pool complex and sunbathing lawn, Finnish sauna and steam bath. Indulge yourself in the various beauty and body treatments on offer at our Clarins Beauty Centre. If you're looking for luxury in Switzerland, then look no further at the Lindner Grand Hotel Beau Rivage in Interlaken. We look forward to welcoming you soon.
Wow, wasn't that something? Reto, are you there with us now? Reto, can I request you to refresh your browser once, please? Press the refresh button on the top of your screen next to the website address. Yeah.
Hello.
Perfect. We can hear you now. Over to you.
I'm so great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm sitting like 15 meters from Lake Thun, and I'm so amazed that you all are listening to me at the moment. I'm representing one hotel in Interlaken at the moment, and I'm going to move to London in a few times to represent Switzerland in London. But it is such an honor for me to show you a place where I've been living like 10 years now, and I just show you. It is Thun. It's just 15 kilometers away from Interlaken, and there I am working for the Lindner Grand Hotel Beau Rivage. It's one, of course, not the best or the highest 5-star hotel in Interlaken, we know, but it is still one of the oldest 5-star hotels. So we go one of the poll questions. Have you ever sold the Lindner Grand Hotel Beau Rivage to your clients? Yes, A. No, B. Or I don't sell hotels at all.
We have some very interesting results on the screen. 65% of our audience says yes. 13% is saying no, and the remaining says that I don't sell hotels yet. So a majority of the audience today has sold a hotel before.
Wonderful. So actually, the hotel is 10 years, 110 years older than I am. It was built in 1864. It used to be a really Art Nouveau style hotel. There used to be a kind of hotel for centuries, and it is actually rated as a 5-star hotel. It's a 5-star hotel, but not a 5-star superior hotel, just to remind you in place. We already saw the video before. All overall, we have 101 rooms. The basic rooms are the classic rooms, which we have around 30. We have a 1/4. We have comfort rooms, and then it is going up and up. One main thing to sell our hotel is that we have many hotels with many hotel rooms with connecting doors, and all of the rooms have mountain view. That's something very important, I suppose, also for your clients. If they want to have river view, you just have to tell them to book river view. Restaurants and bars, we have, as according to our video, we have the restaurant L'Ambiance, which is separated in two parts. We have in the breakfast, we are mostly going into the garden, and in the evening, we are going to the river Aare. In winter side, in winter time, we have the Land Bonne Fourchette, which is more the traditional fireplace hotel restaurant, and the bar Le Vieux Rivage with its reddish colors. It's just beautiful to stay there for a beer or some red wine from Switzerland. Spa and Beauty, we have an indoor swimming pool, we have Clarence Beauty Center, and Finnish sauna, steam bath, what you would expect from a five-star hotel. According to meetings and events, we have 12 meeting rooms, and the most beautiful one you see now, it's the 300 square meter La Belle Époque, which is a wonderful event room to do like ceremonies, like weddings, and yeah, it's very pretty, very pretty hall. Just around it, we have the English Garden of Interlaken, which is just opposite side. We are only 200 meters from the railway station and the boat station from Interlaken East, and the city center of Interlaken is only another 200 meters away from our hotel. Most exciting for our Indian tourists is that we have been a film location for the Bollywood romantic film Sangam from 1964. We have international breakfast, and if we know that we have Indian guests, we have from the same cuisine as from the Schildhorn. We have the same cuisine in breakfast in the morning. And I know by heart that our hotel is very known for honeymooners from India. That's all what I can tell you from my side. My name is Reto. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reto. Thank you for that lovely presentation. Over to you, Amir.
Thank you so much, Reto. Thank you so much, Sony and Kevin, for taking us through Interlaken. It's so good to be able to be in a situation where our travelers can visit Switzerland without any travel guidelines and restrictions. Just to update people, we will be sending a PDF of this presentation to all the attendees shortly within the week. So don't fret about that. Just for your knowledge, since this is webinar one, Switzerland tourism based out of India. We have our head office in Mumbai. We are at your service. As mentioned, we have just designed over the pandemic a beautiful B2B sales guide for the travel trade, which is a helpful tool that has a lot of information about Switzerland and some hidden gems and various travel offerings. Please do download it from the files section of this platform. The e-copy is also available on the trade corner of our website, so you're free to log on to our website as well and download it from there. People asked me about the Switzerland specialist program, so we have our e-learning program called the Switzerland Travel Academy. Complete the core modules and become a certified Switzerland travel expert. Learn as much as you can about Switzerland as a travel destination. And for those of you who complete all the modules, including the specialized modules, and score the highest, we also give you an opportunity to come on that on a spot for the fam trip to Switzerland in 2023. So the webinar quiz as well as the Switzerland Travel Academy give you that opportunity. So you have two ways to do it. Right? We have some important links for you. All the information about Switzerland and our touristic products, including DMC information, including information to reach out to various suppliers. They're all available on our website, myswitzerland.com. We're now on LinkedIn as of February 2021. We post all the latest updates, news on our LinkedIn page. So please do follow us and you'll get the latest news as and when it comes to us. Our trade corner has been updated and it contains a lot of helpful tips, tricks, links, sample itineraries, etc. that you can refer to when selling Switzerland to your client. So you can use that as a helpful tool for yourselves as well. And our recordings for the webinars and all our previous webinars are available on our website as well. So if you want to brush up on your knowledge about Switzerland and view our webinars, you can log on to our website or myswitzerland.com/STIndia webinars and access that page as well. For the Switzerland tourism team, we are at your service. So I look after all B2B activities for Switzerland tourism for leisure travel. So please feel free to get in touch with me if you have for any queries or information in that regard. My colleague Leandra D'Souza, she handles the sales and marketing for the Swiss Travel System, Switzerland's public transportation network. You can reach out to her in case of any queries pertaining to that. And if you have any queries relating to MICE events, weddings in Switzerland, you can reach out to my colleague Aishwarya. General queries, you can always write to us or at india.trade@switzerland.com. With that, our first webinar presentation comes to an end. And now we move on to the Q&A section. The first question I see somebody has asked about is the COVID situation in Switzerland. So as I mentioned when I just started the presentation, we are Switzerland has been open since 2nd May. They lifted all the travel restrictions. So all entry guidelines and travel conditions within Switzerland are exactly what they were pre-COVID. So there's no need for vaccinations, masks, etc. To come back to India, etc., you will have to follow the Government of India guidelines. Otherwise, you are free to travel to Switzerland without any hassles. You can find all that information on our website as well. So with that being said, just a quick question to Kevin. Kevin, there are, since we're having like an extended season due to a few constraints with getting visas, etc., we have a lot of Indians now traveling to Switzerland September, October, November, December, and a lot come in November, December as well. So just wanted to update those that have not sold the winter months on the different things that they can do in Interlaken.
Yes, thank you, Amaya. Of course, Interlaken has a lot to offer in winter, especially as I mentioned, we do have the boat cruises. We do have, of course, the big ski resorts. So if you have skiers, we do have, of course, Jungfrau Joch, which is open 365 days a year. We do have Grindelwald First, which is also open in winter. So there's actually so much to do in winter as well. So I'm sure your clients will get a lot of activities like paragliding, mountain excursions in winter, and will like them as well.
So we're getting in a lot of questions. A lot of people are asking the ideal Interlaken itinerary and how many days can one spend there if they're doing Switzerland. Because, Indians don't just stay in one place. They like to go to, Zurich, Lucerne, Interlaken, Lake Geneva. So how would you place the Interlaken leg and how many days should they spend there?
Yes, that's a good question. We always get that question, and it's hard actually to also answer it because Interlaken has so much to offer. Your guests could stay 2 nights, your guests could stay up to 2 weeks and do something different every day. But of course, to still answer that, I would say they should stay at least 2 nights, maybe even 3 or 4 nights if they have the time for sure. And then why not combine it together with Montreux, for example, which we have the direct train from December on, or also with Lucerne. So it's good a good combination to combine it with Lucerne and Montreux as well. Because of the direct train connections to travel in between these places.
Kevin, when you were speaking about the BLS cruise on the lakes, Thun and Brienz, you mentioned the castles around it. So, are those castles accessible to people on foot, or can they only be seen via the boat? And are any of them included with the Swiss pass?
Actually, yes, they are included with the Swiss pass, and you can actually also go in them. For example, the Thun Castle or also the Oberhofen Castle, they are very nice castles to visit also inside, and they, of course, look nice from outside, but it's also nice to get into them and see what their museum is like.
Thank you. And final question for you was with regards to your new activity, the raclette rafting. So there's a question about the costs for it, how to book it, and what is the duration of the raclette rafting.
Yes, exactly. The cost of the rocklet rafting is 99 Swiss francs. That's the B2C price per person, including the pickup from the hotel, all the guiding, and of course, then including food and drinks. And the whole tour from pickup to the end takes around 1.5 to 2 hours.
Thank you, Kevin, for your time and taking us through Interlaken. Well, excited and hoping a lot of Indians now, are able to visit Interlaken. The next question is for Sony. Sony, if you're there, question came with regards to the cost of the Eiger Express. And is it included when you purchase the Jungfrau excursion? Does it have to be purchased separately, or how does it work right now?
For an FIT traveler, if you have the Swiss pass and you buy a Jungfrau ticket, it's included with the ticket. However, if you don't have a Swiss pass, then you need to determine the route of your travel. If you are traveling from Grindelwald Terminal, or rather from Interlaken Ost via Grindelwald Terminal, then it is included. But if you are traveling from Interlaken Ost via Lauterbrunnen, then it is not included.
So just confirming, Jungfrau York, top of Europe, 25% off with the Swiss travel pass, right?
That's right, yes.
Fantastic. The next question is on the Fierce Adventure. Now, as you know, the Indian client has also been evolving for the longest time. And now you see a lot of thrill seekers and adventure seekers visiting Switzerland and trying different activities. Is there a group package available for the adventure lovers on Grindelwald Fierce, or is it an individual package that they have to purchase?
No, group package or group rates are also available for the adventure activities. However, I will not recommend the adventure activities for a group which is beyond 30, because then it becomes a little too tight to finish things as per requirement. There may be a long wait. So I would always recommend for a group which is below 30 or maximum 40, you can still avail and do the group activities with the group rates.
Is there any? Can you? There's a question regarding the cost for meals when they go on to Jungfrau York, top of Europe, especially the Bollywood restaurants. So, if you have any update on that.
the FIT rate for the Bollywood restaurant where you have the Indian buffet lunch is 32 Swiss francs. For groups of 15 and above, it is 29 Swiss francs.
Thank you so much, Sony. And my final question is for Reto. Reto, with regards to concierge services for pickup of luggage from the train station and to the hotel, does Linna offer it to clients, or is it costed? You're again on mute. Mute.
I think Reto's just.
You mean now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Wonderful. Of course, we are a 5-star hotel, and we can get all the clients from the train station and the luggage. That's no problem at all. But however, we are only like 400 meters away from the train station. It's no. You can see train station on that picture on the left hand side, and you can see my hotel just right hand side on the river Are. So it is really not far at all.
And the last question is with regards to, like, if you have a small group staying in and they require like an Indian meal catered, is there some sort of service that you all provide, or is there a chef who prepares some Indian food, or how does it work?
I really would recommend you to go to an Indian restaurant within Interlaken. We have so many international restaurants within Interlaken. We do provide an international cuisine, but if you would recommend to have Indian style food, there are different restaurants. Of course, we can recommend 1 or 2 or 3, and if you come personally to me, I will explain where to go.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Reto. With that, we come to the end of the Q&A session. There is a question on the Swiss travel pass. So Devika has just sent the link to our next webinar, which will be on the Swiss travel system and the Swiss travel pass. So if you tune in on the 22nd of September, you learn everything you need to know about that particular product in Switzerland. Thank you guys for tuning into our webinar. Always a pleasure interacting with you and taking you through different facets of Switzerland and giving you the latest updates and information. Don't forget to download our latest brochure from the file section, as well as the Interlaken promotional material. With that, we bring you to the quiz. It's time for giving you that opportunity to win a spot on a fam trip to Switzerland in 2023. So those of you who tune into all our webinars, answer all the quiz questions correctly, and score the highest, you get a chance to enter a lucky draw and win that opportunity. Right? So just a few housekeeping rules. Quiz is specifically only for the Indian travel trade. The answer the quiz only via the link that is provided to you by my colleagues at DDP webinar. The deadline is 7 p.m. today. Answers that come in post the deadline will not be considered. Those, like I mentioned, attending all our webinars, answering all the quiz questions correctly, and scoring the highest will stand a chance to enter that lucky draw. So I would recommend that you tune in to as many or all the webinars, and please do ensure that you put in all the necessary information that includes your name, your company name, designation, mobile number, your official work email ID, and the city where you operate out of. Personal email IDs will not be considered for this particular quiz. So we have that link posted on the chat page as well. So please do log on to it and answer all the questions correctly. There are 6 questions for this webinar, and we look forward to you guys getting all the answers and sending them to us as well. Once again, the deadline is 7 p.m. today, and I wish you all the very best, and looking forward to seeing all of you at the next webinar on 22nd September. In the meanwhile, if you do have any questions for me or any of my colleagues, you can write to us at india.trade@switzerland.com, and we'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Thank you so much. And I hand it over back to Devika.
Thank you, Amya. Thank you to all our speakers for joining us today and making it so knowledgeable. And I'm sure our audience has also enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed it. I must tell you, each video was breathtaking, and the whole webinar was extremely informative. Thank you to our lovely audience. Thank you for being part of this webinar, and thank you for asking so many questions. You do stand a chance to win a trip to Switzerland, and it doesn't get any better than that. Imagine attending such a beautiful webinar and then seeing it with your own eyes. Can you imagine the excitement and the experience? The quiz link is available in the offer section and also available on the chats tab. The link is exactly the same, so you can click any of the two options and fill the Google form. We do have another webinar on the 22nd of September, the link for which has also been shared in the chats tab. Please do register for the webinar, and I look forward to seeing you again on the 22nd. Thank you all. Thank you so much, and thank you for being part of this webinar. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Sony, Reto, Kevin, and see you guys soon in Switzerland.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.